Hey everybody. Last night after we did the Christ in the Passover presentation, Renee and I watched this movie right here, the old Cecil B. DeMille's version of the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston playing Moses, Yul Brynner playing Pharaoh. And it's just a great old Hollywood classic movie. I've loved it, watched it many times, and probably you have too. And if you haven't seen it or you haven't seen it lately, this is probably a great week to watch this movie. And so we watched the first half last night. We're going to watch the second half tonight because it is kind of a long movie. And there's a scene in the movie, and it's actually in the second half that we didn't get to last night. But there's a scene in the movie where the Israelites, after they're set free, they're standing at the Red Sea, and Pharaoh's army is coming down on them. And there's a character in the movie named Dathan, and Dathan is played by the actor Edward G. Robinson. And if you're familiar with old Hollywood and those old movies from the golden era of Hollywood, you'll recognize Edward G. Robinson as an actor who is most well known for playing the gangster, the Prohibition era type gangster in those old Roaring '20s type movies with the fedora and the double-breasted suit and the tough guy type persona. So he's used to playing that type of role, and we're used to seeing him in that role. So he's playing Dathan in this movie, which is the character is kind of a Israelite that's working for the Egyptians. So he's a bit of a sellout, Benedict Arnold traitor type role. He's in it for himself and nobody else and what he can get out of it. But he is an Israelite, so he has to go with the Israelites. And there he is standing at the Red Sea with Moses and the rest of the Israelites. And so in Exodus chapter 14, verse 11, this is the line that Dathan has, or one of the lines that Dathan has in the movie that stands out while he is standing at the Red Sea. And Dathan, Edward G. Robinson, says these words: "Were there no graves in Egypt that you have brought us out in the wilderness to die?" So he has that line. And he is the voice of the skeptic, the voice of the cynic, the voice of the unbeliever, the hater, the voice of negativity. And you know, we all have those voices in our lives. The voice of negativity, the voice of the cynic or the hater, the unbeliever that says to us, you can't do that. Do you believe that God really said this or said that? Do you really believe that? And next time that you have that voice spoken in your life or spoken over your life, I want you to think about Edward G. Robinson playing this character named Dathan, because really he looks ridiculous compared to what he normally plays, the role he normally plays. Dressed in all of the Egyptian type costume, he really looks ridiculous. And really the skeptic, the cynic, the hater, the unbeliever, the person, the voice of negativity, they really look ridiculous, because after that took place, after that line, Moses, played by Charlton Heston, takes his staff, lifts it up, and says, "Behold the salvation of the Lord," in that famous scene where the Red Sea parts happens, and Dathan has a look on his face that is just unmatched. It is the look of surprise, of shock, but also of unbelief. He sees before him the parting of the Red Sea, and it's like he can't believe it. And so, you know, we serve a God that wants to part Red Seas for us. And we can believe that if God can part the Red Sea, that whatever situation and circumstance you may be going through, and there's the hater, there's the voice of unbelief, there's the voice of the cynic in your ear speaking, there is the voice that is saying to you, do you really believe this? God can't do this. Just remember that scene in that movie. That voice of negativity is going to look ridiculous when they see the salvation of God. That yes, God can. Yes, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. I hope this is an encouraging word for you today. May God bless you and have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.